Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk West Scranton Invaders football. Head coach Brian Fahey joining us, along with Tamon Brown, who is a senior. And Coach Fahey, let's talk about the big win over Scranton. I'm sure you guys are feeling pretty darn good about getting that bell back.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely, John. It's an important rivalry. Scranton has kind of owned the rivalry recently, so for the West Scranton community to be able to get back in and make it a competitive game and go and get the belt back in our school. It's been a big deal. We're very happy and proud of our kids for the effort they put forth.
Let's talk about this young man we're going to talk to momentarily. Tell us about Tamon Brown and what he brings to this team.
Well, Tamon has been having, a really strong and productive season. I mean, he's a versatile offensive player, and he contributed a lot defensively, in spots, and especially the other night. He's a kid who runs with a tremendous amount of speed and acceleration, can catch the football out of the backfield, and he's a lot stronger than I think people, expect, coming from a 170-pound frame. He's a kid who, in the weight room in the off-season, is in the top 3 in terms of, strength, for the past 2 seasons. So, this kid is as tough as they come.
Coach, how about some other guys that are around him? Talk about some of those skill players that you have over on the offensive end right now.
Well, I mean, we've got some nice balance in terms of the run and pass game. Our quarterback has been gradually getting better each game this year, Nick Joya. His targets, Deshaun Minnick, Austin Lipowicz, both guys have made some big plays. They do more than just catch the ball, though. They block downfield, and they do all the little things. Matt Williams, when healthy, is obviously a dangerous weapon. And, it all starts with up front. And, the assistant coaches, Coach Praw, Coach Rosser, they've been doing a great job with getting the offensive line to be, to execute, the way we need them to.
Coach Dolan has a lot of respect for you, Coach, and the things that you do with your program and some of the coaches that you have there at West Scranton. What are you seeing on film with this North Pocono Trojan team?
Well, I mean, right now, they're running on all cylinders. They're very, very sound defensively. The linebackers read, react, and get to the football. They're very strong up front and have been successful against, the run game, stopping the run, this year in all of the tapes that I've, been able to see. They've also been able to win the turnover battle, so you've got to be very protected with the football against them because they create opportunities on defense. Offensively, Coach Dolan, I've known him a long time, and he, does a great job of establishing the run game, but, using play action and using formations to outman you and mix the power game with, a little bit of finesse. His quarterback is young as well, but he's playing really well, and you can tell he's, very well coached. He doesn't turn the ball over, and, they've got a lot of good ball players. We've got our work cut out for them.
Well, we get back to Tamon Brown as far as what you see for the rest of the season for him. Again, you said he's a grinder. But basically, he'll do whatever it takes to have the team win and getting in that weight room. But talk about leadership as a senior. You got a handful of seniors on that team. How does he do it as a leader? Does he get after his guys, or is he one of those guys that just goes out and plays his game and you let it speak for itself?
Well, I think what Tamon does is he inspires his teammates with, some of his explosive plays. Tamon is, he's not an outspoken kid, but he leads by example. He leads, through his work ethic in the off season. When he, wants to mention things like commitment and sacrifice, he backs it up by his example of what he does in the off season. And, the kids really respond and respect. And Tamon's the type of kid that motivates kids to go out there and block and to work harder for him, to try to create opportunities and do what he does best. And that's, be explosive and make big plays with the football.
All right, let's move along to Tamon Brown from the West Scranton Invaders. And, Tamon, let's talk about what it's like to be out there on the field right now. Talk about some fun that you're having with your teammates.
Me and my teammates, we're having a lot of fun. We do everything in our power to, win games and stuff. We really practice hard in practice, and we're very respectful to our coaches and stuff. And we just try to work hard and execute on Friday night.
How about that win over Scranton? Talk about the emotions and what it was like to do it. It's your senior season. I'm sure it felt pretty darn special. And last year you guys weren't able to play this game.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody was very emotional that we won. Yeah, we was all like around the bell and stuff, and like it really took a little bit of heart to really win that game Friday night.
Talk about your work ethic and your respect that you have there at West Scranton. Where does that come from? Let's talk a little bit about who Tamon Brown is.
Yeah, I work hard for my team, and I'm very respectful to my coaches. I get that from my dad. He always tells me to stand up for yourself and don't settle for nothing. Work hard in what you do.
Talk a little bit about that relationship with your dad and trying to learn from a father to say, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. And, I have kids of my own. I talk to kids all day at school, and sometimes you're not sure if they're listening to you. So tell us about some special times you've had with your dad and kind of knowing that you're going to learn from him and grow up and try to be, the man that he was and then some. Everybody hopes that their kids are a little better than them.
I mean, yeah, me and my dad, we have a good relationship because he really don't want me to go through the paths he went through. And he just want me to do good in school, focus on football, and do what I have to do on the field and off the field. And he just really want me to, grow up and go to college and have a good life.
And Tamon, how about some of your teammates you're playing with right now? Let's talk about some guys that you think are doing good things for the Invaders. Give some of these guys you play with some props.
We got sophomore quarterback Nick Joya, who definitely got a lot better from last year, and he's improving. And we got a lot of seniors that are good, like Xavier Clone. We have Matt Williams, Bubba Novak on defense. We have a lot of talented players, and Deshaun Minnick also. A lot of talented players on our team.
Tamon, any other activities you're involved with at school other than football? Are you a part of anything else, any other athletic things?
Yes, I'm involved in track.
And talk about what you're able to do on the track and field. What events do you do, and how good are you at that?
Oh, yeah, in track, I won the 100, I won the 4x1, and I do the 200. I'm improving in track. Like, I run 11.2 in 100. My 4x1 team was pretty good. We almost made it to states. We broke our school record, and we got a little baton thing for that. And yeah, I improved a lot in track. A lot of medals and stuff.
Tamon, you talk about being a leader, and Coach kind of hit on this about your leadership. He said, boy, you're always in that weight room lifting weights. You're one of the strongest guys on the team for your size. Talk about where that dedication comes from, that you want to punch that clock. And, again, I think that's the mentality of all Invaders, being a blue-collar mentality that, hey, we're going to work harder than anybody else. And maybe those are some of the conversations that you have with your dad, too.
Stuff just motivates me to do better. And, it makes me hungry. It makes me just want to work harder in the weight room. And my dad gives me speeches about this is what you're going to have to do when you're out of life and doing this and that. So, it just makes me – it motivates myself to make me do better in what I do.
What do you expect out of this North Pocono team this weekend? They're a pretty darn good team, and you guys are going to have to bring your A game, but anything's possible. You guys did it against Scranton. It's possible if you guys play your best.
Yes. As long as we have a good practice this week, we execute, and we do what we have to do on the field, I think we'll have a pretty good, solid game.
And Tamon, how about your future in 2017? Talk about what you're thinking about now. Is it a college, a university, a fireman, a military career? What are some things that you're thinking about going forward to in 2017?
I'm looking forward to go to criminal justice, something like that, and I definitely want to go to college for football. So my coach helps me with the colleges.
Well, it sounds like an interesting field. That's for sure a popular field as well, criminal justice. Tamon, we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Great catching up with you, and Coach had a lot of great things to say about you, so I know you're working hard there at West Scranton. Continued success for you.
Thank you.
That is Tamon Brown. He is a two-sport standout, track and field, also on the football team this season. Here on the John Mendola Show, we are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.